Раз, два, три, четыре, пять. Продолжаем играть. Тамкам. За экраном я выполнял всякие дополнительные квестики, связанные с основной сюжетной линией. По параметрам все и так видно на экране. И у меня остаются чисто по факту главные задачи. Так. Ну, короче, ладно. Продолжаем проходить сюжетную линию Kingdom Come. Допиваю свой коктейль. Ой. Вандал в дороге. Стрим смотреть не будет, собака. Подная. Все нормально, я все решил. Ах ты пидор. Чё приперся? Совсем скучно стало в своем потном автобусе, да? Так.
Как будто качество получше стало или кажется?
Не исключаю возможность. Ну, я графику выкрутил еще по максимуму, там, не знаю. Но не думаю, что это сильно влияет.
На телефоне заметно.
Just one thing. If he should send you somewhere and tell you to give some password about a fox or some such, well, you should take it with a grain of salt.
Password? Fox? Alright. I'll bear it in mind.
Glad I could be of service.
I'm truly grateful to you. And the men will be too when the assault starts. Fine work. You've certainly saved many lives. I probably shouldn't, but go and have a look in my trunk. You might find something there you can use.
Thank you.
Take care.
Дождаться окончания работы над трибушетом. Дал мне ключ, а где твой, сука, замок? Ничего не делал, псарь сам повысился. Нормально. Так жить можно. Да хоть гавкать-то, блядь.
До Нового года будешь ее проходить.
Ой, не знаю, если честно. Надеюсь, уже скоро закончу. Да что ты гавкаешь-то, блядь? Ну и где замок? Ключ ты мне дал, а... да похуй. Давай поспим до утра. Может, уже все будет готово. До Нового года, блядь. Да не. А там на самом деле не знаю. Я даже не знаю, когда конец-то у нее вообще. Не знаю, много ли осталось или мало ли.
А вот звук микро какой-то чмошный стал.
Да он всегда такой был, что-то. Китайский микрофон, блядь. Ну или я говорю просто так, не знаю. Так-то мой ангельский голосочек хорош на любом микрофоне, но не знаю, не знаю.
The Lord be praised.
Таня, что-то совсем как будто микро за 100 рублей.
Ну ладно, что поделать. Главное, ты меня слышишь.
How much longer do you think it will take?
I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. As I understand it, the base is quick to make, but the other parts are more complicated. And then there's all the...
I see. Well, I hope it's ready soon.
So do I, Henry.
How's work going with Master?
Excellent. His knowledge of machinery and mechanics is absolutely astonishing.
So you're confident the trebuchet will do its job?
Absolutely. It's plain to see Master Keaton knows exactly what he's doing.
Master Fafar.
Much better now that I have Master Keaton to help me. Although, to be quite honest, it's more...
Next time round, you'll be the siege master.
I rather hope they won't be here next time. Goodbye.
Так, понятно, что нихуя не понятно. Чё по квестам? Дождитесь качания... Ну, блядь, ну это пиздец. Это что, мне тупо ждать, когда закончится? У меня есть идея. Пойду пока что в свою деревню сбегаю. Коли она здесь недалеко. Прибыславец. Там как раз какие-то тупые квесты появляются опять.
Я не видел еще.
Чего ты не видел еще? Мою деревню?
Ты ее назвал Константиновкой, небось.
Константинополь, ёбаная ты тыква, блядь. Сука, мыши убежали, а тыква осталась, блядь. Это моя деревня, это все построено за мои бабки. Вот чисто, сука, за мои бабки все построено, блядь. Че хочешь? Давай, судить. Так, чисто иногда прихожу, бабки забираю.
Mr. Bailiff,
You're new here, aren't you? Welcome. True, but it depends what you can do.
I'm a baker, sir, and if I may be so bold,
Good. We don't have a baker yet. So,
I'll tell you, Master Bailiff, but only on one condition.
well,
All right then. I can see. I know this.
Да я знаю, что ты хочешь, блядь.
don't say
Thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
Пекарь Сильвестр, блядь. Пекарь Сильвестр. Смешно, сука.
So,
Let's see.
Грязный пекарь, я бы у него сам книжку проверил.
I want to build. Certain. I'd like to Good.
Что-то то ли косяк какой-то, то ли я не знаю. Короче, он больше не строит. Вот он должен сейчас был побежать к месту, где строить, и все. Вот мы остановились, и он не хочет ничего делать. Не знаю, то ли глюк в игре, то ли просто я раньше времени поговорил с этим, с паном Дивишем, блядь, или как его там зовут.
Толя.
Ну да хуй с ним, ладно. Деревня я ебу называется. Алибабу. Так, что мне тут? А, бабки надо забрать. О, 24 тысячи уже накопилось. Нихуя себе. Я богатый Буратино. 40 где тысяч. Бабки не проблема вообще для панов. А, кстати, я, оказывается, сын пана этого кобылы, блядь. Прикинь. Непростой такой я хуй. Так, что тут можно сделать интересно? Что сделать? Священника можно обокрасть, но это нам не интересно. А как же заказать эту... Как она там, блядь? Сын толпы. Ой, фу, блядь, ебать ты противный. Где-то таких... Нихуя у вас там в вашей деревне какие обзывательства обзывательные, блядь. Ужас, сын толпы, ну ты урод. Моральный. Нахуй мне нужен вооруженный человек.
А у вас куколды?
Когда тебе на работу-то, Петр? Петушара.
Я не знаю даже.
Ну и, как говорится, похуй. Бля, сколько ждать-то надо, а? Неделю, что ли, блядь?
Когда скажут, ты где?
Понятно. Ты что, не на сутках, да, типа?
Greetings. Take care.
Давай подождем еще суточки. Так.
Мне 2 часа, ехать так, что стрим на 2 часа.
О, нихуя. А ты докуда едешь? Блять, еще ждем сутки, я не знаю, насколько.
До Красногвардейской.
Понятно. О, что-то там одуплилось, да, по квесту? Так, кому мне... Ага. Ничего себе! Вот это требушетище. Что-то выглядит он как-то слабоватенько. Блять, требушет. А чё просто таран нельзя было сделать? Или, блять, осадные эти орудия
Это что
какие-то.
за ночь?
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
У всех уже очко, небось, там это заиграло, бля. Такой камушек летит. Нет, и бушет-то был пожестче раньше, насколько я знаю. Там хуярил, блядь, адскими каменюгами, блядь. Лично видел. Чё такое, блядь? Посыльный, бля. Отойдите, пацаны, мне нужно к пану Дивиш.
Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
Так. Нас зажали между двух огней, сука.
А он же на коне ехал, от чего одышка.
Ты ебанулся? На коне-то проскакать дохуя тоже надо сил сколько, блядь. Ты понимаешь, ветер в харю, я хуярю, блядь. Рот сохнет. Все, не мешай.
Gentlemen,
Панове, подкрепление, то-то уже на подходе сюда.
How many men?
we don't know exactly, but there are many. They will probably be here by dawn.
So soon?
Батин стоит.
Nothing about this before.
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear,
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
sneaky weasel. He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townbrook.
It might just work,
Финал
but
скоро.
we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading in the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander, but many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is... I want to be in the vanguard.
Now hear me well, Henry. There are whole cemeteries full of heroes who rushed into danger. And if the first human you meet runs you through, it won't be good for morale. Not to mention that Radzik would have my guts for garters. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react.
О, это я могу. С тыла, как крыса, это мое.
We need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to do. When you're ready, go and join the Skalitz men. They'll be mustering in the woods for the attack.
Вандал, как думаешь, стоит ли вообще транслировать в 2К? Или же все-таки лучше просто Full HD транслировать?
Sitting on your arse, playing dice and swilling ale. You were sadly mistaken. Havel Medic is bearing down on us with his band of ghosts. And if there's one thing we
Шайка
value
козлоёбов,
in
блин.
Talberg, is that we defend the honor of our goats.
Все?
All right, now to business. Get ready in the ravine before the bridge to Rovna. We'll drain their blood.
Все? Что-то какие-то они не очень веселые-то, блядь. А где? Ура! 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 Вот это вот. Фотоотчеты и по домам нахуй. Так. По квестам смотрим, что. Так, отправляйся на поле боя, когда будешь готов. Ну все, ебать, конечно, нихуя себе. Когда я, блядь, уже готов. Ой, далеко пиздовать. Где мой золотой конь? Питомцы, пес. Соточка, ебать. Мой пес самый лучший. Мой конь самый лучший. И я самый лучший. А вандал просто петух, которого трибушетом раздавило.
Из леса выезжает конная милиция.
Становись-ка, вандал, раком будет репетиция. Та-та-та-та-та. Так. Я готов. Ну что там, давайте, показывайте мне. Кого пиздить надо? О, не фу, а уф. Братва искалится, блядь. А я сесть не могу? Да тут шайка пидорасов, я бы их один раскидал.
Какое жалкое подобие воинов.
Ага. Ты-то бы, блядь. Держись. Ай, больно. Поебалу на нахуй. Так, надо кому-то найти, кто там занят. Вот же суки, а. Да затыкай ты его нахуй же. До смерти, блядь. Следующий нахуй. Щит, держи щит, чувак. В спину я люблю, нахуй.
Ты за кого болеешь?
За черных, а ты? Отпиздошили всех там, блядь. Всем пиздов дали, блядь. Защищай, брод. Защищай сброд, блядь. Ай, блядь. Ух ты, ух ты. Так. Что это наших притесняют, что ли? Охуели? Надо помогать. Помочь пану Гунушу. Ясен хрен надо помогать пану Гунушу. Я уже бегу, все. Давай, разъебем их всех, пацаны. Куда бежать-то, блядь? Ох, как я зол. Куда вы охуели на пацанов, блядь, толпой, суки, а? Вы чё, блядь? Дырявые, нахуй. Я, кажется, своего ёбнул сейчас. Ну да ладно. Один раз не пит. Что происходит? А. Понравилась тебе сабля капибары, да? Да, капибара может. Так, хорошо. Я же говорю, я тут один всех разъебал бы. Чё вы, какая-то армия там, чё... Не, ну смешные, да? Смешные, вандал, скажи смешные, блядь. Все, красавцы, всех убили. Бля, и наших полегло, конечно, тоже. Эх.
Ты даже своих начал ложить.
Now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
Батя его, ёптать. Батя.
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Дед бежит.
От кузнечика. Или мамка гуляла.
Ах ты ж сукины дети. Трибушет наш хотят сломать, пидорги. Я им этот трибушет сейчас в очко засуну, блядь. Охуели, что ли? Подкрепление. Так, что там дальше? Оборона. Сейчас как делать нехуй, разъебемся в щепки. Я первый, чур первый. Бля, по факту здесь можно было бы столько бабла, наверное, собрать. Что самое главное во время боя сделать? Починиться. Война войной, а ремонт по расписанию, блядь. ТО по расписанию. Покакаешь ты у меня, понял, куколт. Глупый, сука. А что-нибудь выпить можно? Хотя ладно, что пить-то? Я и так, блядь, неубиваемый, блядь. Че, далеко бежать-то? Че я пешком бегу, блядь? Есть конь, нахуй. Что за хуйня? Я что-то не понял. Это что сейчас было, блядь? Вставай, блядь, ебаный шашлык. Нет, ну ты прикинь. Это специально так сделано, да? Чтобы меня конь скидывал же мой. Да я хоть лук достану, что ли, блядь.
Он тебя сейчас будет троляля. А что у меня там есть из пищи? Так, зелье кошачьей лапки, петушок это для вандала, колыбель, любовная, мясо выкинем нахуй. Так, что такое? День на 10 минут, твоя сила ведения будет увеличиться на 5. Календул выпьем. Ладно, всякая херня. Был бы лучник, я бы лучника выпил, конечно. Что-то ребята не спешат вообще, блядь. Там у нас требушет шатают. О, типы идут. Это враги 100%. Сюда нормальные чуваки не побегут.
За свои деньги.
Враги, да? Ну я же говорю, враги. Сами себя ебают. Да уйди от меня, блядь. А чё, у меня оружие, что ли? Стрелы кончились? Блядь, задолбали эти стрелы одноразовые, блядь. Заряжай, блядь. Ладно, я их так сейчас всех затыкаю, заколю. Ну-ка, может, есть стрел у кого-то? Стрел нет ни у кого. А, нет, подожди, что было? Одна стрела и одна стрела. Ладно. Вручную пошли хуяриться. Стрельба из лука для слабаков. Не, вот, кстати, лук здесь вообще тема, блядь. Чуть-чуть прокачаться, и если в бошки выстреливать, ты с тыка будешь всех убивать вообще. Просто сразу. Смотри, кто-то сюда идет уже, вон они.
Попробуй попади.
Ну да, сложно, базару 0, но если прокачать, то там уже меньше шатает чувака. Давай, кого пиздить надо? О, нихуя, они какие-то в доспехах знатных. -1. Прям латный, блядь, вообще такой, бля, какой дикий тип. Вот чем хорошо короткое оружие, конечно. Просто натыкал, блядь, ему в спину, нахуй. По-быренькому. Что за доспехи? А, добить надо? Добил. 2К, ебать.
Натовские наемники.
Просто вот это доспехи, блядь. А, слушай, у меня лучше. А я думал, у меня будет хуже. Может, просто надо починить? Бля, ладно, потом починим, посмотрим. Может, они лучше, чем мои. Не выебывайся, блядь.
У нас все свое с огорода.
Сходу получаю бабки. За что платят-то мне, я не понимаю, блядь. Ну да ладно. Это мое жалование, да, типа? Вот эта матрица, ты видел? Дикий тип. Разъебем. Ну, дикие, ребятишки дикие. Сразу видно мои мальчики, блядь. Что, все нормально?
Well,
The damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Якубович могет.
What are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
So, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Видел, какой у меня слюнявчик? Красивый, черненький, вокруг башки намотан, блядь. Чтоб повеситься, к хуям на нем зацепиться и повеситься. Латные наплечники. Латные поножи.
Раньше короли сами воевали, а сейчас даже воду не привезут на пожар.
Это да, блядь. Есть такое дело. Хули делать. Так. Чё, где шатер-то твой, блядь? А, все, вижу шатер. Смотри, пизделовка была, а теперь ни одного трупа, да, нет? Куда все трупы делись? Кого мне обирать теперь, блядь? Что за нечеловеческие, блядь, отношения? Ни за что. Я не предам своего господина, блядь. Так, мне надо умыться в боде, нахуй, а то я выгляжу хуево. Я умылся. Так, обаяние у меня теперь поднялось. Так, тоже еще выше будет. Все, я самый обаятельный из обаятельных. Ну чё, давай, ебать. Итак, Эрик. Тебя же зовут Эрик, да?
Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about.
Бля, надо было каску снять, а то выглядит как кукол, блядь. Кто такой тот?
Who is this Toth?
He's an orc, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
How did you meet him?
He killed my parents.
What? Toth killed your parents?
You could never understand. They were weak. Istvan's strong. He took better care of me than any father.
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
Who does he take his
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So
Они пленному карусель на штуцерах потом устроят.
Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Не плачь, сучка.
He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranyik and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now,
Мне кажется, они ебутся.
why would he care that much about you?
Во-во-во, блядь. В жопу долбятся.
You never understand.
Да.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad.
Сладкий мальчик.
Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
Понять, на кого менять. Ну да. А я бы еще раз попробовал вылазку сделать, только в одиночку, блядь.
Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Разговорчики пошли о том о сём.
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him.
Так, смотрите-ка.
It
Губки
seems we're all in
заиграли.
similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every man-jack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Так,
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
так.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Тупая пизда, да? По сути, из-за бабы все произошло, блядь.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
Так, интересно.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Это да, пацан наша страховочка. Можно выебать пацана в очко, и тогда он будет сговорчивым, и все, и будет это за нас, я думаю. Ты в курсе, что завтра 11.11?
У тебя одно на уме.
What do you suggest?
Завтра распродажа?
No choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanush. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Нам дали времечко немножко отдохнуть. Да хули отдыхать? Надо дальше пиздовать. Так.
Дикстромовод.
Так, я что-то не поняла. Бля, надо было на коня сесть, что-то я...
Шо ты не поняла?
Да и ничего, отстань. Чё, сколько тебе дорога стоила, кстати?
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first shot.
Ну, нормально.
But, sir, I have no idea how.
Master Keyser and Master Fafar have prepared everything. There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next. Goodbye.
Понятно. Все-таки мы решили ебошить Тальберг, да? Так, надо пойти пожрать. А то я что-то давно не ел. О, есть еда. Похавали.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
How do you like...
How do I like it?
Так, бестолковый пиздеж.
We failed. That serpent from Valdic gave us the slip. I should have known he'd have his fingers in it all. If only I could catch him.
Would you kill him?
Maybe. But before that, I'd throw him in the dungeon for a few years. See how much he enjoys it. Still, just thinking about it gets my gall. And my arm's killing me.
I've arranged for a priest to come. He promised to take care...
Thank you, Henry. Lifting the spirit can help us all.
I got hold of a sawbones to...
Thank you. Most of them have already lost. See you later.
Так, понятненько. Че, далеко бежать-то? Ай, блядь, да что ж меня кругами так кидает туда-сюда, блядь. Пойди туда, пойди сюда. Так, а что у меня здесь два квеста каких-то, что ли? Выстрелить из трибушета. Так, а еще какие возможные квесты есть? Ну, с осадой поговорить с паном Дивишем и приготовиться к бою. Выстрелить из трибушета. Пан Дивиш. Я уже поговорил с паном. Ладно, хули. Стреляй давай. Чё ж там? Чё, куда тянуть-то? Так, понятно.
That's how it goes.
Well, they're up.
Because...
Пиздёж.
See you later.
Давайте заряжать быстрее. Я пришел стрелять, блядь. Давай, давай, крути, натягивай. Что-то куда-то снаряд не туда пошел. А где веревочка, которая должна тянуть его? Вообще-то он не так стрелял.
Хлопцы.
Ёб твою мать, что за колхоз, блядь? Ай, блядь, не могу. Ты видишь этот хуй капибары, блядь? Ой, блядь.
Сабля.
Все? Зарядили каменюку, все, там можно стрелять. Так. Ну чё, Дергаю? Дергаю, а? А? Можно?
Садись туда и лети.
Так. Тащит. Может, ебануть, чтобы его туда закинуло? А где пандивишь-то, кстати? Так, ты мне не интересен. Мне дивиш нужен. Что-то я его не вижу, блядь. А где он есть, кстати, правда? Что за хуйня? Ну, какая лошадка, ебать. Лошадь Борика. Так, нихуя не понял. А, выстрелите из катапульта. Все, мне не нужен дивиш. Что это травит? Ну, они зарядили, нет? Что там дрочит-то, блядь? Ну, наконец-то, блядь. Что-то полетело там. Типа. Короче, пизда замку, я так понял, да? Куда Борик делся? Боря!
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
We're going to watch Istvan shit himself.
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. See you later.
Да что ж меня, блядь, говорит, жди, блядь.
Is something the matter?
A few of them have taken to their heels. If they stop in Kutenberg, I'll be glad enough. But I fear they may have other plans.
If those were the best of Istvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods. They'll probably wait to attack us at the worst possible moment.
My fear exactly. I won't breathe easy until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the meantime, I'll be glad to know the woods at my back are clear.
Of course, Sir Ebar.
That's not necessary. I trust you, Hal. You don't even have to do the killing. Just let me know where you find them, and that'll be that. There's no need. Good luck then.
Окей. Подожди, пока закончится обстрел. Ну и, естественно, надо разъебать всех людей. Ну, пошли. Время есть. Займемся народом. Коль это все равно основной квест. Так, а где мой пес?
Let's see what you think.
Ищи давай, блядь. Пидоров всяких этих. Мне кажется, я кого-то вижу. Или мне кажется. Блядь, мне... Глюки уже нахуй.
Тяжелые времена. Блять, лес большой. Как-то, блять. Лучше на коне поскачу. По факту мне надо...
Капибара, капибара, капибара.
Ну ты дебил, блять. Ну вот и мы нашли. Так ёбну. Петушок сыч. Ой, сука. А, это браконьер, блядь. Просто браконьер, блядь. Интересно. А стрелы пригодятся. Да, блядь, поговори ты с ним. Блядь, чувствую, это надолго. Чё, блядь? Охуели, что ли, ебать? Это ж сколько тут, блядь, браконьеров, блядь. Что вы, блядь, совсем тут похуевали? Еще мне говорят, убирайся отсюда. Мне, блядь, пану нахуй. Нахуй ты мне нужен, убирайся отсюда. Все, пошли дальше. Опять одни браконьеры, блядь. Что за лес такой?
Ты не.
Да вообще пипец. Ладно, самое лучшее время дождаться ночи. Все лагеря по-любому есть костер в каждом лагере, поэтому проще будет их искать. Ой, бля.
Биться ночью только неудобно, конечно, не видно ни хера, но в принципе похуй. Ёптать. Армен Виноградов. Как думаешь, Вандал, это ручка?
Артём. Армин.
Yeah.
Конечно, ручка.
Я тоже так думаю. Ручка, мы тебя опять выявили. Коллективным методом.
Yeah.
Ну где-то все нечисто, блядь. Пиздец.
Yeah.
Сука, аж бесит. Не люблю эту хуйню. Искать вот эту дрочь, блядь.
Yeah.
Сейчас начнет опять типа, что за ручка я не.
Ага. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Интересно, их тут много.
Так, надо подождать побольше. Может, они спать лягут все, бля. Так, кошачьи лапки. Бля, шума много издаю, пиздец.
Just want to eat and sleep. Fuck.
Так жри и спи, он это вот.
Sick head. Drink no more today.
Какая собака? Какого ты хуя гавкаешь? Ты что, дурак, блядь? Блядь, заткни ебальник свой. Твоя псина, блядь. Ничего не видно. Хочешь что? Очень странный лагерь. Очень странный. Чувак с факелом, как, блядь, мишень стоит там просто. Ты заебал меня. Всё, спать нахуй. Что я не пойму, а тут вроде никого больше нет. Или есть еще кто-то? Вроде никого. Коснуться. Только двое, что ли? Все, блядь? Серьезно? Да ладно, да. Вроде никого. Где они есть? Ну пошли заснем на часик. Может кто появится. Бывает, частенько появляются петухи всякие. Как раз сохранится.
Очень сложный замок. Чё, вроде никого нет, блядь, что за хуйня? Ну-ка, на карте он... Вроде все. Ну все, ладно, никого нет, больше не вижу, да и хуй с ним. Странно, конечно, но хуй с ним, ладно. Так, следующий. Пойдем дальше. Завтра на суточки, вандал, ебать. А ты, петух, не пойдешь. И вот как мне с тобой общаться после этого? А зачем ты говоришь принести на работу жесткий? Дай пролезь, ты ёбаная клуша, блядь.
Yeah. Yeah.
Так. Угу. А, так вон он виден, блядь. Лагерь.
Yeah.
Мне интересно, как это работает. С того, что у меня умение есть, которое открывает все точки на карте. Скорее всего, да, наверное. Картограф. Блять, ёбаные скалы, да что за пиздец?
Не думай лучше.
Да, согласен. Блять, если бы в Ведьмаке было вот такое очко, что невозможно нигде пройти на коне, Ведьмака невозможно было бы пройти, мне кажется, просто.
Yeah.
Так оно и есть. Ты же на плотве по скалам с телеги не скакал.
Я на плотве где только, блядь, не скакал.
Базара нет.
Ты ебанутый, чё гавкаешь, блядь? Блядь, это самая подставная ложь. Собака, точнее, нахуй.
На плотве он скакал и ха-ха-ха.
Бля, я надеюсь, это не мои стражники, нахуй. Обокрасть. Что-то больно не похоже. Щит с гербом. Блядь. Это наши люди, ёбаный рот.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What's going on?
Come here, lily liver.
What was that? Hey!
Нихуя не понял, как это работает. Не, я что-то не понимаю. Что происходит, блядь? Либо они переодетые, блядь. Ну да хуй его знает. Как-то странно, блядь, не понимаю нихуя. Как это работает, блядь. Ладно, по сути, мне же нужно просто найти эти лагеря, и все, больше ничего не нужно сделать. Ну да, наверное. Да и похуй. Что-то как-то странно, блядь. Хотя собака лает. Она бы не лаяла, наверное, на своих. Хуй его знает. Непонятно, блядь.
Yeah.
Так, как мне туда пройти еще раз? Скачу. Вот лагерь. Вот она, ёпта, дорожка-то, блядь. Да быстрее открывайся. Блять, как долго тут открывается карта, блять. Это пиздец вообще просто. Да и в принципе и локации долго прогружаются. Это что-то либо из обновлений хуйня какая-то, я не знаю, блядь. Так, что-то я далеко перескакал, блядь. Темнота, блядь, пиздец. Куда я бегу, ёбаный Василий, нахуй? Ай. Так, лагеря нашел. Никто не говорил, что их нужно убивать, блядь, по сути. Просто найти и все. Давай так попробуем. Пойдем дальше искать лагеря. Какая осень в лагерях. Такс, и надо вот сюда теперь. Ебать, как сразу все видно становится от сыча, бля.
Who are you? What you used to do before all this? I was essentially latter. They paid chicken for you. I joined over this walk.
Раз, два. Двое, что ли, всего лишь, и все? Похоже на то. А нет, вот еще есть один.
What in God's... Well, I never. The pig turns willingly for the slaughter.
Ой, да тут разбойники-то, блядь. Еще будут? Походу не будут. Так, хуй с ним. Можно смело возвращаться.
I found all of...
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding?
Can you teach me?
Certainly.
I want to...
You can't become a...
Well... I'd like to get...
Certain.
I'm interested...
Wouldn't you
Пикус.
rather...
Well...
Угу. Похож.
God be with you.
Так, ладно, что, будем ждать. Заснуть, сохраниться. Ну, давай поспим. 12 часов, так 12 часов.
Любой седой дед с усами похож.
Это да.
На тебе.
Это да. Так, нихуя не поменялось. Еще подождем. Пойду посикаю. Вандал я посикал, все нормально. Ах, следишь за моей жизнью, сучонок? Ну ладно. Так, ну чё, блядь, все?
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still...
Да ты заебал, старый. Давай еще денек подождем. Блять, Яндекс доставка задерживает мою доставку. Вот же петушары, а. Наконец-то.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
All right. When do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until you're final ready.
Да пошли, ёптать. Готов как никогда, блядь.
We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
Окей, окей.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit, even if that's true. We'll have to charge through a downpour of
portcullis.
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the...
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from... The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming.
Такие одни шутники, блядь.
No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Take care.
Old soldier. Бля, звучит смешно. Old soldier. Херово, что в роликах он в одни шмотки одет, а по игре в другие, блядь. Вот это, конечно, немножко напрягает. Бью. Мяу. Нихуя себе, блядь. Нихуя себе. Прикол, попали. Красавчик. Меткие сукины дети, не то что ты, вандал. Дырявый. Буду первым. Хули, я же крутой чувак. Угу. Тихо, 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 блядь. Тихо, нахуй, по очереди, господа. Блядь, у тебя толстые ребятки-то, да? Бля, в натуре толстый, пиздец. Ладно, хотел шлем взять его, ладно. Ой! Чё творят? Чё творят? Ах ты, сука. А ты пидор, блядь. Чё, блядь, говнина тупая, нахуй. Мы тебя втроем раскатаем. Вчетвером, точнее, блядь. Воу, это кто меня так въебал сейчас? Всем натыкал нахуй. Полную жопу дырок, блядь. Хорошо, очень хорошо, блядь. Ну, жесткие, ребята, вообще просто, блядь. О, какая милота, блядь.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
За что?
Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Edzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks his truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish.
Дивиш. Только Индриш дивиш. Ну ладно.
I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
Ну, конечно, нет. Еще как есть, блядь, тупица.
Who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go!
Вот же
Really are heading for
Да.
Skalitz.
Mount up, Henry. You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Почему все чистые, а сука Индриш, блядь, грязные нахуй вечно, как чухан, блядь. Что за хуйня, блядь? Чушка, блядь. Что там, заснул, что ли, уже в своем сральном автобусе, блядь?
Yeah! Yeah!
Да уже квадратный.
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Я хочу себе такие же латы, блядь.
Just hope he'll be there. Alive.
Ёбаный конь. А мы быстрее можем скакать, товарищ, блядь?
A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
Yeah.
What do you think? Will Todd keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be there. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. There's no
Опа.
sign of them. Move on. I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
Что, это концовочка, наверное, уже?
All right, Father.
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
Блять, ну весь грязный, сука. Ну ёбаный ты, Свет.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so,
I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Да. Неожиданно, блядь, неожиданно, я скажу вам, товарищ. Если играть ее не первый раз, то она будет пиздец какая короткая на самом-то деле. Да, ее пытались сделать максимально там реалистичной, что в принципе, конечно же, невозможно. Ну, в принципе, как РПГшка неплохая, но короткая. Хоть и вроде мир открытый, но все равно тебя все время водит возле одного места. В других городах-то особо-то и не бываешь. Прокачка легкая, в принципе. Конечно, это был задел на вторую часть, якобы, но сомневаюсь, что она будет, блядь. А там херу знает, может и будет. О, великолепно. Игру прошел, как раз сообщение о том, что мой заказ прибыл. Великолепно. Надо пойти прогуляться, пробздец. Так что все, на этом можно заканчивать эту игру. И проходить дальше Рейзик 4, ремастер, на котором я остановился. В принципе, он тоже, я думаю, будет достаточно короткий, но играть 2 игры, конечно, не очень удобно. Ну ладно, на этом все. Нет смысла показывать титры. Будем прощаться. Так, тут что-то это появилось еще в конце титров.
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Бля, ну, конечно, они переборщили с концовкой. Вот это было лишним абсолютно, блядь. Проснись, блядь.
What on earth were you dreaming about? Couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Yobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
А, блядь. Ёб твою мать. Ну, бля, ну нельзя так заканчивать игры. Эпилог. Эпилог. Ну, давайте пройдем эпилог еще. Пиздец, уже со всеми распрощался. Че, блядь, издеваетесь, что ли, надо мной? Дайте... О, блядь. Ну, ладушки. Да я хоть помоюсь, блядь.
Yeah.
Ой, что так долго-то там, блядь?
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed. But to surrender it means giving up great privileges, too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out. did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghof is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
and I'll send Sir John here to Gutenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Блять, ну вообще-то я хотел уже закончить эту игру. Что происходит-то, блять? Сколько это будет длиться?
Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years, and now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him, but he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, you can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king.
Who is this Prokop that...
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't... The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghof, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser order. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way. So they may well be thinking...
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. So what do you think of it all? Think what? didn't know anything about the arts. I'd say it was
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Gutenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, uncle. We'll be back in a few days.
Уже звучит хуёво.
Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Блять, это когда-нибудь кончится. Поздравляем, вы завершили основной сюжет. Вы все еще можете выполнять сторонние задания или просто путешествовать по миру, а чтобы завершить игру, присоединитесь к отряду пана Яна Пташечка и выскочите с ним за пределы карты. Ну, в принципе, да, я это и собираюсь сделать. Тут, конечно, остались какие-то доп-квесты, так сказать. Но это уже абсолютно неинтересно. Надо с ним побазарить точно.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. It beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush can tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lambert, a well-known knight, or robber to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite them being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Я сейчас усну просто, блядь. Сколько можно, нахуй? Побыстрее нельзя бежать, блядь. В игре много интересных моментов, но это уж чересчур, блядь. С такой скоростью мы, конечно, блядь, очень долго будем куда-то добираться. Даже кони, наверное, в ахуе от того, как медленно они идут. Что за лагерь, блядь? Хуя себе тут, блядь.
Good gracious, it's Henry, champion of the Rat-Eye Tourney.
Are you wishing you'd stayed home at Rat-Eye instead of joining in our nighttime venture?
You must be joking. I haven't had so much fun since... actually ever.
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed the best part. When I was hauling you like a sack of grain to the battlements dead to the world.
It can't have been that much fun if I fell asleep. But you might have handled me a bit more gently. I'm black and blue all over.
Oh, all right then. Next time I'll just leave you to Istvan's tender mercies.
Nonsense. What would you do without me? Still, thank you for hauling me out of there.
Anything for you, my lord.
What now?
Shall we ride boldly forth to adventures new?
I never took you for a romantic soul. But, as it happens, a romantic soul is just what I need by my side right now.
What, here? Now? Aren't we leaving?
Ah, that's just the thing. Here we are, about to ride off into the unknown. Well, who knows what fate has in store for us? What if we should fall as heroes on the battlefield? How could I depart this world with a quiet heart, never having known true love?
I'm a little worried about you, sir. Aren't you getting overheated inside that armor?
Look, I can't just go off and get my head chopped off somewhere without first winning the heart of the girl I love. So are you going to help me or not?
Oh well. The sooner we get it out of the way, the sooner we can get going.
Not to worry, Henry. Your role in this affair is of the utmost importance.
What role?
You, Hal, shall be my messenger of love. You shall bear her a letter and a...
Why me? It's not like you to be bashful, Sir Hans.
Certainly not. Carolina is different to the others. She was educated in a convent and needs to be handled with kid gloves. Romanced. I must court her secretly. It's the latest fashion in France.
And who is this Carolina?
The fairest maid that ever walked the earth. Carolina. The butcher's daughter.
Дочь мясника.
Noticed the divine creature in the marketplace.
Ай, блядь.
Carolina.
Love knows no station but the heart. And you, your task is simple. All you have to do is get hold of a necklace fine enough to grace her lovely neck.
What happened?
I lost it playing dice at the inn. But you'll get it back for me.
Oh, all right then.
I lost it at dice.
So you bet a rare family heirloom, even though you don't know how to...
I do know how to play dice, as long as the other fella doesn't cheat.
Well, then you ought to have had him clapped in the stocks. All right, if that's what you want, I'll go to...
Well, there's more than one.
Good luck then.
Вы, блядь, серьезно? Игра закончилась, и вы заставляете меня заниматься такой хуетой? Да ебучий случай, блядь. Блядь. Не, эта игра, конечно, перебарщивает. Реально, она должна была закончиться, и все, а не вот это вот все, блядь. Занимаюсь какой-то хуйней. Сука. Ой, блядь, ну что за дурдом? Ебучие рога. Верни фамильное ожерелье. Так, стоп, а куда идти-то, блядь?
God save you. What can I do?
Are you the...
Played and won, lad. Fine noble he may be, but he can no more throw...
I can't disagree with you there. But look here, have you still got that...
No, I don't. Some noble rode through here and we had a game or two. Only them dice kept falling his...
Can you...
Fine gent he was, well dressed, on horseback. I've quite a lot to say.
You said they fell well for him?
Aye, no wonder. Fine dice they was.
Would you...
He was waiting for someone here, but when they didn't show up by midday, he rode on. He mentioned...
There aren't many... That's all I need to know.
Take care now.
Пиздец, начинается.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Ебать, вы серьезно? Меня что... Сука. По всей карте сейчас будет мотать из этой херни, блядь. Ребята, зачем так делать? Ой, ебучий случай. Я уже час как хотел съебать отсюда. Но что-то пошло не по плану, блядь. Не люблю все эти прологи, блядь, если честно. Вот кончилась игра, все. Эмоции нахлынули, красота, это как в Red Dead Redemption, блядь, вот этот пролог. Длиннющий просто, блядь, зачем он нужен вообще? Эпилог, точнее, эпилог. Ах, где конь, ёпта мать? Че, пожрать нечего, что ли? Сука. Великолепно, блядь. Что за хуй? Что за хуй? Что-то происходит?
You after something?
Ты что ищешь?
My friend here won't tell you much. Your friend? Oh, I'm very sorry. And well, I don't want to be insensitive, but I was hoping to get something from him. My master's necklace, which he won at dice.
Your master? Who would that be?
Well, Sir Radzig Cobbler of Skalitz is my liege lord. I'm Henry, but just now I'm helping Sir Hans Capon with a private matter.
Those are weighty names in these parts. I'm Sir Anselm of Domkey, in the service of... Well, that's not important. I'd like to give you... that is... I'd like to ask you for your help.
I'm listening.
I will. And I'm sure it will help you find that... The thing is, this is all my fault. I got held up on the way to meet Alphonse, but...
God have mercy on his soul.
Amen, lad. I was heartbroken and enraged by turns, tearing my hair and cursing. Alphonse was my good friend, and it pains me. I brought him into a certain business matter to negotiate with some people, and he agreed. And this is how it ended up. When I finally pulled myself together, I took a look around and found some tracks. I followed them to the camp of those very brigands of
Yeah, you can't trust anyone these days.
You can pass yourself off as Alphonse. Get into the... Find that fucking murder. And when you do... No. They never saw him before. So whoever killed him surely took him for...
Are you quite sure they don't know him?
Aye. He moved in altogether different circles. So I reckon the best thing is for you to introduce yourself as Alphonse.
No. Is there anything...
The main thing is to look and sound like... So are you going to help me?
I'll help.
Thanks 1,000-fold.
I'll bear that in mind.
Мне кажется, он пиздобол, блядь.
Looks like he died without a struggle. Maybe killed in his sleep. They took everything he had. Money, jewelry, even his boots.
Нет, вставай, блядь, вставай. Шашлык, блядь.
Hey, get up off that bed. You've no business here. Get up. What are you doing lying here? Get the hell out.
Охуел, что ли?
Someone was searching for something here. Were they out to rob him of everything he had? Or something in particular?
You can't sleep here. Go find a bed of your own. Out.
Back trouble?
Ебать, что за дичь вообще мне предстоит тут.
It looks like someone went this way with the nobleman's horse.
Почему такие сложности выпали мне сейчас, я не понимаю, блядь. Блять.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Да ты заебал, блядь, упираться. Вот честно, мне уже так хочется быстрее пройти все это говно. Вот нужно просто пройти. Ну, блядь, нож остановился. Где этот, блядь, стрельбище ебучий? Ай, блядь. Барона-разбойника, блядь. Его веселая шайка, блядь, ну и звучит. Ой. Кто хоть это назвал, блядь?
I be right in assuming this is the encampment of Sir Erhard, Baron Bielewitz?
You must be Sir Alphonse, eh? All the way from Prague, eh?
Not at all, Goodman. From Slaney.
Ah, well, that's quite a haul. How was your journey?
As well as might be expected in these perilous times.
Oh, aye. The roads ain't safe at all these days. There's all sorts of rabble waiting to rob unwary folk and even kill them.
Indeed, indeed, I concur. One must be wary, well, cautious even, when travelling.
Right then, but you'll have to wait a while. Sir Erhard is busy at the moment.
No matter, I shall just,
but it's easy to pass the time here. There's always a dice game going on, with nice things being wagered. I had my eye on a fine pair of gauntlets.
Jewelry?
That's right. Just go and see old Blaha, the fellow sitting at that table.
Thank you.
What the?
Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here?
I was told I could have...
Aye, he's got his hands full at the moment. You must be Sir Alphonse, eh?
Including dice? It has come to my attention that...
True enough, we've got a fine pair of plate gauntlets, 2 necklaces, one of them's a lovely piece. Some other things, I don't remember what.
I'm so hungry, I could eat my boots.
Do you really think it...
Since you put it that way, sir. No. You want to play right away?
Why wait? I'll play now.
No beating around the bush. That's the way. You'll play against Noggin now. He's not the brightest. He ain't...
I'm so tired.
So hungry I can eat my boots.
Блять, какая дрочь, нахуй. Еще играть, блять, меня это вообще раздражает просто. Ох, ебучие рога, блять.
Fucking sick head. Can't drink no more today. I gotta piss. I'm gonna get sucked. What else?
Блять.
Лох, пидор. Нихуя, 2000, блядь. Что такое 2000?
I'm gonna get sucked. What else is there to do?
Я не понял, Я вообще не понимаю, как играть в эту хуйню. Каким образом шестерка, блядь, работает?
Fucking well, fucking tent, fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit. What she did? I need a good scrap to cheer me up. What a shitty day. I need a good scrap to cheer me up.
Ага. Значит, надо 4 одинаковых вроде собрать, да?
Ну ладно. Ебать, что тут происходит, блядь, у него вообще.
No one to rob you. Fucking boring.
Же везучий петуха.
No one to rob you. Fucking boring.
Давай, неудачи, неудачи, чувак, Заебись. Ебать. Да ну нахуй. Петух. Давай еще раз пробовать, хули делать. Не умею я играть в кости, но в принципе мои навыки подсказывают, что, блядь, я должен хорошо играть в кости, блядь. Что-то не работает нихуя это так. Давай, пиздешь, бла-бла-бла-бла-бла, я сыграю, хуё моё, блядь. Ну и чё там, экран для нечетных. Царство небесного, подтверждаем.
How sweet it is, a robber's life.
Да, не густо, блядь. Как это работает, вообще не понимаю. Какого хуя? А почему он еще раз кидает, блядь? Пиздец какой-то. Я вообще не понимаю, как это происходит, блядь. Если счет бросить снова, набрать очки, придать ход. Конечно, набирать очки, нихуя 2000. Когда у меня столько единиц еще выскочит? Да петух, блядь, а? Да что ж так у него петух, блядь. Так, записать очки, набрать очки, продать ход. 3500. Меня сейчас разъебет. 100%. Как это, блядь, работает? Я в ахуе просто. Так, еще раз давай. А, 4600.
Filth and stink everywhere. Should have stayed home.
Так, записать что, берусь снова.
You get any extra boots? These are too small.
Sorry, I traded them for booze yesterday. You'll get new ones soon enough.
I'll take off the first idiot that crosses our path.
With your luck, it's gonna be a beggar monk with no shoes at all.
Don't even say that. I'd sooner go barefoot than have to fight in these turd skins.
Раз лучше бы я в Гвинт играл, честное слово, бля. Давай, неудача, неудача, блядь. Ты петух. Ну а сейчас-то неудача, неудача. Заебись.
Can't ride 4 ain't easy. Fuck.
Тут. Нихуя себе.
Rivers of blood and a bloody flood.
Пидорас. Купленные, А схуяли он еще раз кидает? А, даже... Вон оно когда работает, блядь. То есть надо все выбить, и тогда можно еще раз будет кинуть. Давай, неудача, петух. Неудача, сука. Не, блядь. Да все, я выиграл. Победи первого соперника. Блять, он еще не один тут будет. Ебануться. Вот твой проклятый жулик. Пан. Давай. Разъебать так разъебать ночью. Что поделать-то, блядь? Че, все что ли? А что, можно так было сделать?
Come here, Lily Liver. You'll get what for. Hey. Gone weak at the knees.
Ебать их тут много. Ой-ой-ой-ой, отпиздошили меня. Все. Короче, хорош нахуй, я заебался. На этом я закончу. Я так понимаю, что это нихуя еще не конец игры для меня. Поэтому в следующий раз я продолжу опять, блядь, стрим этой игры. Ну сколько можно, блядь, я уже заебался играть, если честно. Поэтому давайте увидимся потом, чтобы понять, что же там, блядь, в конце случится.